Welcome to the northwest Highlands of Scotland. Notice there are more shrub-like vegetation here. This is largely due to the climate, which creates an indurated layer of soil. That is the repeated freezing and thawing of the soil that creates a hard layer that prevents the roots from going deep. Most of the soil in the highlands are made up of peat, which consists of decomposed plant material. Here we are at Lochness. This was made famous on the 2nd of May 1933, where the Inverness Courier reported that a couple saw an enormous animal on the surface of the water. In 1960, several British universities investigated with launching sonar expeditions to the lake, where they detected some large moving underwater object. In 1975, an underwater photo found what looked like a giant flipper of an aquatic animal. And most recently, DNA samples suggest 20% of DNA being from an unknown species found within the loch. Let's journey closer to the loch now. We will stand on the edge of the loch and examine the surface of the water. Maybe we will see Nessie the monster. Or look into the sky, it appears that others are also searching for Nessie. Lochness has a depth of 240 meters and a length of 36 kilometers. It is the largest volume of fresh water in Great Britain. It resides in the Glenmore, also called Great Glen. It empties into River Ness, which flows into Moray Firth at Inverness on the eastern coast of Scotland. Here we are, let's take a sample of rock for further investigation later. We now journey southwestward from Lochness to explore the Falls of Foyers. It's a short but steep walk down into a gorge to find the Falls of Foyers, but we can certainly admire the trees. Let me walk along this steep pathway. Come with me as we explore further. It is quite a spectacular waterfall, with a 140 feet drop into a gorge. This gorge is surrounded by coniferous trees as well as others that makes its way into Lochness. We now travel further southward, but up into the highlands. Here we get another perspective of the beautiful Lochness, the largest freshwater lake of Great Britain. Here we are passing by Loch Killen. It is only about 1.9 kilometers long and is one of the many small lochs that are near Lochness. It is home to a species of salmon fish called Salvelinus clemensis, also called hardy char. It is from this loch where it gets its name. Our exploration now takes us to Highlands National Park. It is just south of Lochness, on the northeast part of Scotland, and is about 4,500 square kilometers in area. Certainly lots to explore here. The mountain range of Highlands is the center of the park, with other ranges such as Agnes Glen and Modalith Lyeth also making up the park. Here we see the ancient woodlands which have existed continuously since 1600 years ago or even before, and is known as the Caledonian Forest. The range consists of three plateaux about 1,000 meters above sea level. Let's journey further upwards and have a better view now. Notice the domed summits, of which were once higher mountains now eroded away by the wind and ice. Look at these beautiful clear waters here. Three major rivers rise in the park: the Spey, the Dee and the Don, the Spey being the second longest river in Scotland. The Cairnhorns form an Arctic alpine mountain environment that is tundra-like with long-lasting snow patches seen even in the summer. Most of the rocks found here were deposited 800 million years ago and made up of thick sequence of sands, muds and limestone. Here we see intrusive igneous rocks, which are rocks formed by crystallization of magma some 470 million years ago that have become unroofed over a period of 20 million years, forming the landscape before you now. The Cairngorms is covered with these beautiful perennial flowering plants called valerian that are sweetly scented and grows to 1.5 meters in the summer. You can just smell the enchanting fragrance. Let's have a final look at Cairnhorns National Park as we walk along this path in a forest filled with ancient coniferous trees. And here we discovered the beautiful waterfalls filled with clear sweet waters that flow from icy peaks of the Cairnhorns mountain range. What a beautiful sight. Let's admire the view. We now travel further south and into the Cairngorms to River Feshie. This is one of the major tributaries to the River Spey. It flows eastwards initially, then northwards to eventually empty into the River Spey at the village of Kincraig. It arises from the remote Glenfeshie forest. With fresh waters, it is one of the most active gravel bed rivers of Great Britain. It is the most important site for the study of fluvial geomorphology. Fluvial geomorphology is the study of landforms and physical features associated with river systems. It allows us to study active channels and landform changes in the present and the past. The river moves laterally 10 meters every year. Deglaciation has resulted in large deposits of sand and gravel as seen here. Looking at the riverbed, most glacial activity has also resulted in river terraces. Let's have some fun now and fly over the River Feshie as we can see more of its features with its gravel and sand bed and its lateral motion every year. We are so high up, I look like an ant from this vantage point. Oh, here I am. Let me wave to you from way down below. Hope you're having fun on this quite high adventure. Let's make a 360 degrees turn as we admire the forests of Scotland for the last time. It's an amazing, beautiful and geographically exciting place. Here we go higher and higher up and we look in the distance at the beautiful land of Scotland. Here we stand on the banks of the river for the last time. The waters are cold but great for swimming, and many of the natives can be seen swimming here. This is Ryan the Explorer. Thank you for joining me on our 7th episode of the Physical Geography of the Earth. Here I am standing for the final time at the Highlands of Scotland, which is such a timeless place. So this is Ryan saying, the present is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Stay in the moment, stay in the now. See you next time.